Now, the Food and Drugs Authority is urging food manufacturers to follow its updated advertising guidelines before publicizing their products. The aim is to regulate and ensure that advertised food items meet the required health standards. Citi News' Anne Shalize provides more details in the following report.
The Food and Drugs Authority has revised its guidelines on labeling and advertising, now encompassing foods and beverages from eateries. The authority highlights that certain advertisements negatively impact consumer health, leading to non-communicable diseases. To address this issue, the authority cautions media houses, marketers and manufacturers against promoting products without proper authorization. Roderick Dadieje, Deputy CEO of the FDA, emphasizes that companies airing unapproved ads will face legal consequences.
Many people are drawn, to these adverts, through food. And particularly, it's very, very worrying the area of alcohol, as well as also the area of sugary drinks. So these two really stood out, and there were other issues of, a way price. If you buy, there's maybe a certain Tuesday. On that Tuesday, there's a certain offer that the eatery would make, where some of this junk food that is sold, selling of fizzy drinks, which is sugar-based, going along with a lot of these kind of fast foods, in the end will deposit so much into you and contribute to what we call NC, these non-communicable diseases. The guidelines have been there, but now we are increasing, the scope, and we are putting it out for the different companies to know that they should abide by this, especially in these times that, with social media, people think they can stay in one jurisdiction and then come up with an advert and then, send it into the Ghanaian space. You should know that once your product is linked to it, the FDA will come after you.
In a bid to promote exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months, the Ghana Health Service, in collaboration with the FDA, prohibits the advertising of baby formula on traditional and new media, as well as in health facilities, following Ghana's Breastfeeding Promotion Regulations 2000, LI 1667.
Breastfeeding is the main way of feeding we recommend for almost all children in Ghana. But currently, we are not having the level of breastfeeding that we expect. For example, we expect that all children during the first 6 months should be breastfed, even only breast milk. We call that exclusive breastfeeding. And we have just about half of our children doing exclusive breastfeeding. So the LI, one of the key things it seeks to do is to create an environment that is friendly for mothers to be able to breastfeed. By it proscribes marketing of breast milk substitutes. So you shouldn't see in any place where they are advertising formula. If you see that, that's an anomaly as far as the law is concerned, and there are stiff punishments related to that.
As the festive season approaches, the FDA also warns consumers to be cautious about the food items they purchase, as some retailers and importers may sell unwholesome products to unsuspecting customers during the season.
And we know that when it comes to Christmas, it's more of food, and then to some extent cosmetics, because they are also added to the hampers, they look nice, and all of this. So these are the two major things. We are blocking the importation of things that do not have their 2/3 of their shelf lives intact. And then the ones that have already come in, that at the time that they were coming had 2/3 of their shelf life intact. Even them, how are we dealing with them? The consumer should know that he or she has a role to play. The consumer's role is to be vigilant as well. Buyer, beware. Consumer, beware. Look at what you are buying. If you suspect that maybe it had a date on and you get there and you see that there are some scratches, yet everything looks like, it's been embossed. Just try and see, has it been changed? And then apart from that, all the other things like the dented cans, the bloated cans, the leaking cans, they are very dangerous.